Hello to everyone. I believe we are live, and you know I'm live on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm going to do a quick sound check, and after that, we're going to get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, we're in business. So come on in the room. Come on in the room. We got a great conversation on today. And this conversation is about setting your monthly income goals. Setting your monthly income goals. How do you set your monthly income goals? How do you determine what those goals are going to be from month to month and how you're going to hit them? Let's have that conversation and talk about setting our monthly income goals. Everyone may have a different path. Everyone may have a different route, but we all need to get to the finish line. We all need to accomplish what that individual goal is for each and every one of us. So I definitely want to welcome you on into the room. I am Coach Steele, and you are here with Coach Steele's Finance Training. And there's nothing wrong with getting a little training. There's nothing wrong with having a conversation about financial literacy so that we can grow together as a community, as one, and find out how do we get to the finish line to accomplish our financial goals. My goals may look different from yours, and yours, of course, will look different from mine. But you have to get to your individual finish line. I know we are in the holiday season, so happy holidays to everyone as we get closer and closer to December 25th, and we're getting closer to a brand new year coming up. Of course, depending on how you determine what your new year date is. Some may look at October, some people may look at January 1st. But regardless, it's still kind of new either way you look at it. Pick a date, go with it. But every day is a new day. And today's the perfect day to spend time talking about financial literacy and what your financial goals are, especially during this holiday season. Do you know how many people are going to be pulling and tugging at you for the next few weeks to help you spend your money? Well, every time you turn around, every time you look around, there will be somebody, something, advertisement, commercial. As you scroll through social media, as you look on your phone, you're going to have someone who's going to try to get you to spend some money. And I want to say hello to Felicia Richardson. How are you doing today? Happy that you're tuning in. We are talking about setting your monthly income goals, setting those goals of how much you'll make a month. And as an entrepreneur, you have to be very creative with setting those goals. So it's good that I do have some entrepreneurs listening in on today, because we'll even deal with, as an entrepreneur, how do I set those goals? What should I be looking for? So definitely want to send a shout out to Felicia for tuning in on today. Let's see. All right. We got Margaret Rush. Hello. We have another entrepreneur. It's like actually both of you are in that, I don't know what you call it, barbershop, beauty salon type field. So it's kind of interesting that both of you are tuning in on today. So definitely happy for you tuning in on today. And like I said earlier, I am Coach Steele. You are here with Coach Steele's Finance Training. I am going to switch up the music because I don't like the Christmas music sounds on here. I'd rather like something a little more calm. So I'm going to switch that up just a little bit, and we're going to get this party started. All right. Let's see what we have. Now, you can, as you tune in on today, ladies and gentlemen, you can tune in on, there we go. You can tune in on Facebook Live under my name, Simon Steele, or you can tune in and listen to these videos and the rest of the library of information I have on Coach Steele's Finance Training on YouTube. So I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Facebook. That YouTube channel is Coach Steele's Finance Training. So make sure you go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, ladies and gentlemen, here's an opportunity to make a little change, a little spending money, some money to buy yourself a snack or a lunch. Okay, we're getting close to 400 subscribers on the YouTube channel, right? So every time we hit another 100 landmark, I always do a giveaway. So I'll do like a $10 giveaway, a $15 giveaway, and a $25 giveaway. So total will be like $50. And I'll draw names. When we get to 400 subscribers, I will draw names, and then I give that money away. We did it when we got to 300, and I was excited when we got to 300. I was showing, I had thumbnails up showing This Is Sparta, like the movie 300. So it's pretty interesting. We're getting close to 400, and I want to go ahead and start letting everyone know that you need to start preparing yourself for that giveaway of that total of $50. And you need to make sure that you are subscribed on the YouTube channel, and there are other requirements as well. So if you want to qualify for that giveaway, let's see, I'll put it on YouTube. So if you want to qualify for that giveaway, that's the qualifying right there. It's not difficult. If you want to qualify for the money giveaway when I hit 400 subscribers, you need to email me, and I misspelled something. I misspelled title. Let's see. How can I fix that? Oh, I can't fix that. It's already up. So what you'll do, I know how to fix it. Let's do this. There we go. Now we're in business. You need to email me, and when you email me, let's see what that looks like. Email me with one of the titles from my YouTube videos on the YouTube channel, Coach Steele's Finance Training, and make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. So when I do the giveaway, I'll make sure that the person is subscribed to the YouTube channel. And also I will look and see if I received an email from you. And in that email, you should just put one of the titles. There's like 400 YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. Pick one of the titles and put it in the email that you send me, and you'll be good to go. All right. So let's get this going. When it comes to setting your monthly income, I would tell you this, just to start off, just to make sure that you're on the right track. One of the starting points that you can do, it's pretty simple. You want to assess your income and you want to assess your expenses. Right now, find out where you are as far as income and expenses, and that will help you just to start off to get the ball rolling, to see what I need to come in monthly to have financial success month to month. What do I need so that I'm not negative cash flow? What do I need so that I'm not in the red every month? What do I need to come in monthly? And you won't know that if you don't know what your expenses are. You won't know that if you don't know what your financial goals are. You don't know what that number is if you do not go through your finances and your budget with a fine-tooth comb and make sure that you have accounted for everything. So one of the first things you can do is look at how much you currently have coming in, how much you have going out, and if there's some other goals that you have. Let's say that you want to be able to put $100 a month into a savings account, or $500 a month into your Roth IRA account for retirement. You want to take all of that, you want to factor all of that into the equation so that as you assess your current situation, you can see what's realistic and what's not, and what do you need to do? What is required for me to hit that landmark? What is it required for me to get in the end zone and score? And so that's the starting point. That's one of the first things we want to do. Then you want to determine what those goals are. Some people, when it comes to what you're going to make month to month, it may be simply by December, by January, by March, I want to make this large purchase, or I want to be able to have enough money as a down payment to buy a house. So when you're setting what your monthly income goals are, It may be also determined on what your goals are, whether it's a purchase for a vehicle, a purchase for a house. One thing I try and tell people over and over, if you are setting certain goals, financial goals that you have for a purchase, don't just sit that money in a checking account or under the mattress or in a pillowcase where it is not working for you. Any financial goal that you have and it requires you to save, put that money in a high yield interest savings account. It's nothing to think about. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. What you're doing is moving the money from a regular checking account to a high yield interest savings account where your money will make more money for you, which will allow you to reach that financial goal faster because of something called compound interest. Compound interest works in your favor when you use it. Compound interest does not work for you if you do not partner up with compound interest. What does that mean? It means there's a thing called opportunity cost. So if you do not use compound interest to your advantage, you have a loss in money. There was an opportunity that you did not take and it cost you. Now, subconsciously or indirectly, you may not realize that, but many of us are throwing away money and we're losing opportunity and it is costing us, and we are not reaching our financial goals as fast and efficient as we possibly can because we are stubborn and set in our own ways or old ways. And so some people say you can't teach a dog a new trick. Well, an old dog a new trick. And I want to tell you, it doesn't matter how old you are. If you are willing to learn and increase your level of financial literacy, you can learn some new tricks in this financial world. So smooth and so cool that you'll be able to moonwalk through this financial system that this world has set in place, because you'll know how to move and maneuver efficiently when you increase your knowledge and you learn how to use the financial tools that are out here to work in your favor. So if it is a large purchase and it's going to take you 6 months to a year or 3 years, we need to sit that money somewhere where it will collect interest. Now, in my description box of this video, I have put a link in there about a high yield interest savings account where you can put your money and earn more interest. And if you put $50 in that savings account, within the first 14 days, they'll give you $25 for free. Now, that's pretty cool. Not to mention, you could potentially make at least 4% interest on your money, annual percentage yield. So whether it's a large purchase, it might be you're trying to get out of debt. If you're trying to get out of debt, then get with a financial coach. Listen to what I'm saying. It is more beneficial and it's cheaper to pay a financial coach to help guide you on how to get out of debt than to keep paying the credit card companies, the mortgage companies, and the financial institutions that are costing you every month, that are taking away your cash flow because you can't seem to quite get a hold of things. If you have to invest in yourself and in your financial future and get a financial coach to work with you one-on-one, then invest in one. And of course, here, Coach Steele's Finance Training, I do financial coaching, working with people one-on-one. So if you need a financial coach, feel free to connect with me. You can always go to my website and send me an email and contact me there as well. And I will show you that real quick. I think I do have it up. So let's take a quick look at it. It's not too complicated. Share screen. There we go. Let's see what you all see. Boom, boom. As you see, that's the website. Like I said, it's not too complicated at all. If you're serious about connecting as far as financial literacy, there's home, there's about us, there's programs, speaker requests, and contact. So feel free to contact me if you do need a financial coach. Fill out the information, hit me up, and we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. If you have a organization, fraternity, sorority, or high school, middle school, elementary school, you need someone to come talk to those young people about financial literacy, or adults, let me know. We'll figure it out and work it out. Go to that website, get your financial coach. All right, so let's get back to business. Once again, like I said, it's easier to pay someone to guide you through the process than to continue to give that money to the bank. Because you have to understand, it's more profitable to invest in yourself and coaching than to give the money to the bank. You're going to give the money away to someone, and you might as well reinvest it into yourself and your education. All right. So some of you, it may not be to get out of debt. And if you do have a mortgage and you're trying to pay off your mortgage, I do have links in there. That way you can watch videos and get information about how to quickly pay off a 30-year mortgage in about 5 to 7 years. So don't miss out on that content and information in the description as well. Click those links, enjoy the videos and the content. Also, for some people, it may be other goals. It may be investing, starting to invest in yourself, whether it's a 401k. So many times in life, you have to understand this, guys. So many times in life, people want to build wealth overnight, or what we call get rich quick schemes. And that doesn't work. It's temporary. It's come and go. What you want to do is gather and build wealth little by little. You want to take your time and over a long period of time, be able to grow your wealth and build your financial portfolio out. That way you learn how to manage your money, appreciate what you grew, and also be able to diversify that portfolio. And so when you can do that effectively over a long period of time, it is sustainable. And so you'll be more calculated and precise in what you do, and you have a great appreciation for what you build. And so take your time with building wealth. And so when it comes to setting your monthly goals for what you want to have coming in monthly, you have to really be creative. Now, some people work 9 to 5 jobs, right? And so you feel, well, my monthly goals and trying to set what I have coming in monthly for income is already set. My job pays me pretty much the same amount every month. Don't limit yourself, and I'll dive into entrepreneurship and setting monthly goals as entrepreneurs. I'll dive into that in a few minutes as well, but don't limit yourself to just what your 9 to 5 brings you. Some of us are afraid of entrepreneurship, or we say, well, I'm not sure what I would do. What field would I go into? I don't know. I don't have anything to sell. I don't have a service to provide. Do not limit yourself to being able to make money. There's so many different ways to make money. So don't limit yourself or put yourself in a box and think that you cannot. So as you're tuning in on today, tell me hello, greet me, say something. That way I give you a shout out back. I like to know who's tuning in, who's listening in on today when we talk about setting your monthly income goals. And so when you set your monthly income goals, you may want to have a certain amount of money left over at the end of the month to put into your retirement account, or to invest in stocks, to invest in crypto. Because when it comes to investing, you really want to be able to have money at the end of the month or during the month, whenever it is, that you can invest and put in investments that you do not need. It won't be money required to pay your bills for that month. You can invest that money into these other asset classes, into these other financial vehicles and tools without needing to pull it back out. It's out of sight, out of mind. And one of the best ways to do that is to automate it. If you automate certain money to be invested in certain places, it's easier for you to do it without thinking about it. Because if you have to do it physically every single time for yourself, you might forget, you might feel like you don't have enough. Certain investments that I make, I go ahead and have the money leave out of my account early in the month. It's already gone. So now I have to work with what's there. I put myself in a position back against the wall that whatever's left in the account now, I need to make it work. Like Ray Charles said, I got to make it do what it do, baby, because I've already invested the money up front in the beginning of the month. And so some of us function and work better that way when we put our back against the wall and go ahead and move the money out of the way. Some people might wait till the end of the month and see what they have left over. And that's why you have to know what your monthly income goals are. How much are you trying to have come in every month? Because if you have a goal to invest a certain amount of money every month, Let's say you have a goal to invest $100 a month, but your income is $6,000 and your expenses are $6,000. They cancel each other out. You still don't have 100. At least if you know that, you can comb through those expenses and see if you can find $100 that you can remove out of those expenses, so you'll have that 100 to put into that investment, into that crypto, into those stocks, into your 401k, into your IRA or your TSP or your 403b, or into your cash value life insurance policy, whatever asset class, or to save for building a house. That's why we need to know how to set our monthly income goals. And if you're limited by your 9 to 5, if you're limited by a pension, if you're limited by retirement pay, whatever it is, this is where we got to get creative, guys. This is where we got to be creative and bob and weave in this financial world. How can I make extra money if my job or my pension or retirement is limited to this amount? You can do affiliate marketing. You can find a service to provide. I don't care if it's babysitting, cutting grass, mowing lawns, raking leaves. There's something that you can do, a service you can provide. You might even have to get a temporary part-time job. I was talking to a client that I was helping the other day, and as I was telling that person, yes, you're retired, but you could just get a part-time job and knock out these credit cards that are remaining. And sure enough, she went and found a part-time job and knocked out a couple credit cards. Some adjustments that we have to make, guys, are temporary. Sometimes we feel like it's going to take 3 years, 10 years, 12 years to get something done. All it is temporary adjustments to figure out how we can get to where we need to be quicker. I'm talking about learning how to put yourself in an environment where you can grow financially as a community. And that's what we're doing here as we talk about being able to set your monthly income goals. How much money do you want to have coming in a month? And here's the crazy part. You can be creative with it. Sometimes you're going to set your monthly income goals based on what you believe you can get from your job. Some people work in sales. Some people work getting commission. So you're going to be creative on how you figure that out. How many sales do I need to have a month? How much commission can I make a month? And how many people do I need to talk to hit that number? How many phone calls do I need to make to hit that number? So it's not just 9 to 5 people that are tuning in on today. I'm even talking to people that make sales, people that make commission, whatever it is. Some people, I have people that tune in and they do day trading. Shout out to Darius. And so let's say you do day trading. How many trades am I going to potentially have to make during this day or during this month to hit my number that I'm looking for? So let's use an example. Let's say someone's an author and they write a book, and that book is $20. If you want to buy that book, it's $20. If someone has a book and that book costs $20, and that author of that book wants to make at least $200 a month. The author of that book wants to make at least $200 a month. How many books does that author have to sell? In the comment section, whether you're on Facebook or whether you're on YouTube, Coach Steele's Finance Training on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If an author of a book wrote a book, published it, whether they have it on Amazon or whether they carry it on them, if that author wants to make at least an extra $200 a month, and that book is $20 per book, how many books does that individual need to sell each month to hit that $200? In the comment section, somebody do the math on that. Correct, Dominique. That author of that book needs to sell at least 10 books a month. And so when we talk about setting your monthly income goals, whether you work a 9 to 5 Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an author, whether you cut grass and you got to figure out how many yards you need to cut a month, or let's say you cut hair or you do hair. How many heads do I need to have in this chair a day? How many heads do I need to have in this chair a week? How many heads do I need to have a month? So now what happens? Thank you, Margaret. Now what happens is you are not any longer trying to count the money that comes in every month. You might be counting how many heads am I getting in this chair a day? How many heads do I have my hands on a week? And so when you're looking and trying to figure out how many people you have in your chair a week or a day, you know you're hitting your number. Okay, I need to get at least 3 people today. I need to get at least 5 people today. Now you're counting those people and not necessarily the income. Because if you hit the number that you're looking for, boom, you've hit your monthly goal. For everyone, it's going to be a different strategy to hit that monthly income goal. Like I used the example of the author. Now, if I know I need to sell at least 10 books, then throughout the week, daily, I'm going to keep 10 books on me. I might sell one day, another 2 days later, but I'm keeping those 10 that I need. If my goal is $200 a month off of book sales, I'm going to keep those 10 books on me so I hit that mark. If somebody buys it off of Amazon, great, I might hit my mark sooner. But I'm going to carry my goal with me. Ooh, that's good right there. Listen to what I'm saying. Carry your goal with you. So with that, whatever it is, if you make candles, find out how many candles you need to sell to hit your mark. Now you're doing calls. Now you're checking on people who needs to re-up their order. Whatever it takes. If you make t-shirts, let's do another math problem. Let's say someone makes t-shirts and the t-shirts are $15 a piece. If the t-shirts are $15 a piece and the t-shirt person wants to make $300 a month, how many t-shirts do they need to sell a month? If the t-shirts are $15 a piece, if they're selling Tribes of Israel t-shirts, $15 a piece, but they want to make $300 a month off of t-shirts, how many t-shirts do they need to sell? Setting your monthly income goals. This is the same thing with hours at your job. If you know if you hit a certain amount of hours, you're going to get a certain amount of income. These are the numbers and information that you want to know. Dominique hit it again. You are correct. That's 20. So I'm keeping 20 shirts on me till I get off of them. I'm going to sell these shirts. You need a shirt. Most people wear shirts every day. You need a shirt. You're going to wear a shirt. You might as well buy it from me. And so we're talking about hitting those goals. And so setting those monthly goals, how many hours I need a week at my job or a month, or the shirts or the candles, or if I'm cutting hair, if I'm doing hair, if I'm braiding hair, whatever it is. How many cars do I need to wash? How many yards do I need to cut? We're going to hit those monthly income goals. But it all starts with knowing what your income and expenses are and what those goals are, whether it's buying a house, whether it's making a large purchase. And so the next step we want to do is set realistic targets. When we're doing this, make sure that your target and your goals are realistic. Good day to you, Mr. Jordan James. Happy to have you tuning in. So make sure that your financial goals are realistic. If you have $100 left over at the end of the month, every month in cash flow, then it's realistic to say in 12 months, I want to have that minimum $1,200 of savings saved up from that $100 that I put away every month. Realistically, that is a real goal. Now, if they just put it in the checking account, they're going to have $1,200 at the end of 12 months, right? But if you're wise and you put that $100 every month in a high yield interest savings account, making about 4%, they're going to have more than $1,200 because APY, annual percentage yield, compound interest will be working in that person's favor. So they'll hit the $1,200 goal and have some extra because of the interest. And on top of that, if you use the link that I showed you, and it's in the description box, if you open up a high yield interest savings account and you just put $50 in there within the first 14 days, they're going to give you a free $25. So if someone had a goal of $100 a month for 12 months and they did it at this high yield interest savings account that I put in the link, then you're definitely going to have more than $1,200 left over because of the compound interest and the free $25 that they're giving you. It's free money. And you don't have to, but if you move your direct deposits over there, here's the kicker. I love free money from the banks. If you move your direct deposits to that high yield interest savings account, at minimum, they'll give you like $50. At the max, if it's at least $5,000 direct deposited within the first 25 days, they give you $300. It's free. So it's the $25 plus the $300. You could potentially get an extra $325. If you have a credit card or something that needs to be paid, boom, they'll knock it out with the bank's money that they gave you for free. Or you can leave that money in the savings account while it's making 4% to reach your financial goals even faster. But anyway, let's carry on. Make sure that your financial goals are realistic, that they make sense. If you need to, run it by someone. Bounce ideas off of someone who's financially savvy. And it's not that you're going to bounce the idea off of them to determine whether you should do it or not, but listen to the feedback that someone else is giving you so that you can kind of see a different perspective. It may not change your mind, but that perspective may give you another idea or something more creative that you can do with your money. So thank you for tuning in as well, AD3. Happy to have you tuned in as well. So all goals should be realistic, right? Next, track your progress. If you want to become very sharp with reaching your financial goals, if you want to actually hit some of your financial goals faster than expected, start tracking your progress. There's something about when you start being intentional about tracking your financial goals. When I first wanted to get out of debt in the early 2000s, I started taking it more serious, I think around 2007, of being able to be debt free and not owe the banks anything and wanting to pay off my mortgage. I started tracking everything. In the beginning, I was a little obsessed. It was bad. I was tracking progress every single day. And I did that for a while. Then I started doing every other day. Then I might do it once a week. Then eventually it was once a month. And I kind of slowed down a little. But every time I want to hit another goal, I'll get locked in again. When you're intentional about hitting those goals, you're going to track your progress. And there's a number of ways you can track your progress. Years ago when I started doing this, the cool and the popular thing was to put everything on an Excel sheet. But nowadays, a lot of things are digital. You can track your progress on apps, and there's so many different financial apps and budget apps. But if you want to be old school, you can always track your progress on the notepad, paper, or on an Excel sheet as well, with some good formulas in there to do the math for you. So be intentional about tracking your progress to hit the points and your goals that you want to hit, ladies and gentlemen. And another simple thing that you can also do when we talk about setting your monthly income goals is to automate a lot of things. Like I mentioned, you can automate your investments and where your money goes. That way you don't have to overthink it and try to do it for yourself. But also, here's an important part. Make adjustments along the way. Things are going to happen, and when you get intentional about your finances, listen to what I'm saying. When you get so locked in that you understand where your money is going at all times, you have to understand your dollars, your pennies, your quarters, your nickels, your dimes, your money. It's kind of like kids. Your money is your children. Children need to be monitored. If you do not watch children, they can get in trouble, they can run off, bad things can happen. So think of your money like that. You need to monitor your money, your income, your cash flow, just like you would children. That way they can grow and go in the way that you would want them to go, which is in a positive way. And so if you don't monitor money, if you don't direct money to go in a certain direction, then it'll go in its own direction. And you'll be wondering after you get that tax return, what happened to all that money? You get these different blessings. You'll be like, I can't believe I ran through all of that money so quick. Well, you didn't track it. You weren't intentional. And that's why we have to be intentional and be willing to make adjustments. I was helping a client out today. And while I was helping out the client and she had been going through her finances and making adjustments, she said, Simon, my husband and I were going through our expenses. And when we saw the cable bill, the internet bill, we noticed we had 2 internet bills. I said, what? Why were you paying internet to 2 different companies? They had switched internet companies a year ago. A whole year ago, they switched internet companies, but they never quit paying and cut off the internet from the other company. So they spent a whole year, whatever it was, $100 a month or whatever, paying internet to 2 different companies because they were not tracking and making adjustments. But they got intentional now. And so going through this coaching, going through all of this, they have found how to save another $1,000 a month in their budget. And because they have recaptured $1,000 a month now, by making adjustments, eliminating certain things, paying attention to what's coming in and going out, with that $1,000, we're going to eliminate tons of debt. We're going to be able to hit that goal faster that she was looking to hit. So it's interesting. You might be paying for something that you don't need, or you might be paying for something that you thought you got rid of. So always check and make adjustments. Why do I say make adjustments? Because usually when you get intentional about making money and hitting your financial goals, what happens is you run smack dab into opportunities. You run smack dab and increase in pay. You start getting other job opportunities, promotions, raises. All of those things happen because you become intentional. You set your target. You have set your heart to go in a certain direction. And when you do that, opportunities are going to present itself. So now when you thought you only had $100 left over at the end of the month, you just got a pay raise. Now you got $200 left over at the end of the month. So now your goal can no longer be $1,200 in the account in 12 months. Now you might have to double your goal because your income, your cash flow has now doubled. So you have to be very creative with making adjustments and how you're going to maneuver the new money that comes in. We don't want to just blow it or throw it away or not worry about it. No, it's time to make an adjustment. We're making progress. I don't care if you find a quarter on the ground, a dime on the ground, put it towards that financial goal. And when you do that, you will be positioned. See, it's good to be in position. Imagine a goalie that's out of position. You know how mad their team is going to be at them? Imagine the center, the big man, if you run in a 2-3 zone and he's got the middle. Imagine if he's out of position and he's out there on the perimeter trying to block a 3-point shot and that's not his assignment. He's out of position and somebody else is going to score. And so what you have to do is put yourself in position financially. You need to be able to be in position financially so that you can capitalize on different things. And when you do that, listen to what I'm saying, because some of you, it may be next month. Some of you, it may be a year from now. Some of you, it might be tomorrow. When you position yourself financially, opportunities and goals are going to come find you. You won't even have to look for them all the time. Because you are in position and someone knows you're in position, they're going to come find you with the opportunities. They're going to come find you with the investment opportunities. They'll come find you with the job positions, the titles, the descriptions. They will put you in their network because they know you are in position and you are ready to move. And that's the beauty of being intentional about your finances and setting these goals and having this stuff in place. Over the past few days, and anybody who's listening, they know I like real estate, right? Okay, so I love real estate. Because I have been in real estate and a real estate investor for a while, many times I don't have to go chase real estate deals like I used to. When you get into a certain field, when you get into a certain behavior and habit of going hunting, eventually you won't have to work it as hard to find what you're looking for, because eventually what you're looking for will come find you. So now I don't have to chase real estate deals as hard. People will bring some of them to me. So now all I have to do is evaluate and know my numbers and what I'm looking for. And now I don't have to spend as much time deciding whether or not if that deal is good or if this deal is bad. Should I, shouldn't I? Because I've done it so many times to where it becomes like blinking your eyes, when it comes like breathing. So guys, I won't take much more of your time on today, but just remember some of those steps we talked about with setting your financial goals. 1, you need a starting point with assessing your current income and expenses. 2, determine certain things. What are your goals? Are we trying to do a purchase? Are we trying to eliminate debt? Are we trying to invest? What is our growth strategy with this income when we're setting our monthly income goals? For some of you entrepreneurs, it may be, I need to make certain money as an entrepreneur. But let's say you work off of contracts. Guess what? You need to start seeing how many contracts do I need to hit that goal? Not how much money are they paying me, but how many contracts do I need? So we have to understand that, determine that, what those goals are, set realistic targets, track your progress, and automate and be willing to make adjustments. It's just that simple, guys. It's just that simple. We're going to hit our financial goals. I'm excited about what's to come. We have January that's right around the corner. We're going to stay on target. Everyone, remember, like I said, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. I'm going to do a total of $50 giveaway. It'll be $10, $15, and $25. I'm going to do a giveaway when we hit 400 subscribers. I think we're at like 385 right now. So we're 15 people away. That may happen in a couple of weeks. It may happen in a couple of days. But make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to be a part of the giveaway, make sure you subscribe. But also make sure you shoot me an email. If you want to qualify for the money giveaway, shoot me an email with the title of one of the YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. And make sure you're subscribed to Coach Steele's Finance Training on YouTube. It's not complicated. And you can do that in less than a minute, and you could potentially win some money. It's easy money. So whether you get the $25 that I'm going to give away, or whether you use the link and set up the high yield interest savings account and get the $25 that they're giving away, or potentially the $300, that's a lot of money that you can make in a short amount of time. Easy money, guys. Appreciate you tuning in to Coach Steele's Finance Training, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Facebook. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I will respond to it. If you're looking for a financial coach and you are truly serious about investing in your financial future, then go to my website and contact me and send me a message as well. Email me and we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your patience on this evening. and you have a blessed weekend. Oh, and remember, I'm going live tomorrow, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. I'm going live, and we're going to talk about financial literacy. The topic tomorrow, I really want to talk about the functionality of your money, but I don't want to go too deep. So I may talk about something different, but it may end up being talking about the functionality of your money. Is your money functional? Like, what is the function of your money? How does it work to your benefit, or is it just sitting around being lazy? And how to make your money functional? When to know when to move that money in certain asset classes and when not to. And so it seems simple, but it can be a little bit complicated based on your financial situation. You have to know when to move and when to hold steady. But anyway, we'll figure out what that topic will be tomorrow. But make sure you tune in 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone, Saturday morning. Till then, peace.